Good morning. Welcome to my Wednesday devotional. I hope you all are doing well and enjoying the Christmas holidays so far, that you've checked everything off your list and you're ready and you're prepared for the birth of our Savior, and that you're doing well with keeping dry and warm, as it is very windy and rainy. We've had thunderstorms today, so if you hear some strange sounds, it's probably just the thunder. That's why it's dark here in the studio. All right, so we are on Esther 5. Last week we had 6 through 7. Today I'm going to stop it at verse 8. And the reason why is because it's the section about Esther and how she's requesting the king to come to the banquet. And in the next section, I'm going to start at the new year, because that's all about Haman. We're shifting gears back to Haman, and that's where it starts to kind of speed up a little bit, and it starts to get very, very interesting as we find out how the Lord works, right, with those that are doing wrong. So at this part, we're still on Esther herself. We're focusing, on how she has had them drinking wine, and so she's on the first banquet. So that's why I slowed it down, just did one verse for today, because I want to end it here before the holidays. And so depending on how the holidays shake out, I might just do a theme about Advent or something for Wednesday devotional. But again, we'll see, because Wednesday is our last PWAC for the semester, for the fall semester, and then in January we go to PWAC again. And a lot of my Bible study, my Garrison Bible study, the same way, where we're kind of shutting down for 2 weeks. So, I tend to stay with their schedule. So or center around it, and I know everyone's busy in the holidays anyway. So we're going to see. But for right now, we're going to end Esther 5, verse 8 in this section today. All right. So just to recap, this is last week. And so Esther had them at the first banquet, saying, and while they were drinking wine, the king said to Esther, "Now tell me what you really want. What is your request? I will give it to you, even if it's half the kingdom." He's always saying that, right? His favorite line. Esther replied, "This is my request and my deepest wish." And here we go into verse 8. "If I have found favor with the king, and if it pleases the king to grant my request and do what I ask, please come with Haman tomorrow to the banquet I will prepare for you. Then I will explain what this is all about." Okay, there's a couple things happening here, so I'm really glad that I can kind of pause it at verse 8, okay? I underlined a couple of things here. Found favor with the king. So she's not going to him and saying, "Oh my gosh, Haman's gonna kill us all." She's not hysterical, because hysterical actually comes from hysterectomy. Hysterectomy meaning like, it's a female thing, and it's sort of a kind of slanderous, but also, it just makes women look hysterical, right? Crazy, and that's because traditionally women are the emotional ones and men are the stoic rocks, right? I'm just kind of stereotyping here. And so, so the fact that she came in here, calm, she's on her first banquet at this point, right, when she's talking, and she's delaying it again, saying, we'll do this again tomorrow. So, I've been thinking about this, and when I've led this class before, why does she keep stalling? Well, I figured it out actually right as I was writing this. This is in 2 parts. First, she's buttering them up. If I found favor with the king. The second butter, if it pleases the king. So a lot of ifs, so it's almost like passive aggressive. If I found favor, if I'm this, she's kind of feeling this around a little bit, okay, buttering them up. But here's the real key part. I just found it today. Do what I ask. Now, a lot of the time, people make all kinds of promises, right? Words they're kind of useless, and they're empty if there's nothing to back it up, right? You can say, "Oh, I'll be there, I'll do this, I'll do that, blah 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 blah." I see this a lot in my volunteer work, where people, they're volunteering and then they don't show up, they don't do the work. happens all the time in volunteering. That's what makes it so complicated. That's why people get upset, why they don't come back to church, you know, because a lot of people make big promises to sound great, but then just don't follow through. You know, actions don't line up with the words. I heard that in a celebrity who divorced her husband because of the exact same thing. So, I mean, they didn't get into the details, but this particular supermodel explained those exact words. She said, you know, his actions didn't meet his words. And so, and those two were wealthy people. I'm not going to name names because I don't want to be spreading gossip. So, yeah, interesting. So what is Esther saying right here? Do what I ask. So really, there's a lot of, she's saying, if you do what I ask, then, so this is in two parts, I will explain what this is all about. Wow, that's clever. I mean, this girl should be a lawyer or something. She's got several things happening right here. She's buttering them up, she's making them happy, which is nothing wrong with that, right? I mean, at least she's doing her part. She's not being rude, or she's not lying, or giving attitude like Queen Vashti, right? She's sincere. Hey, you know, if it pleases the king, and she's trying, you know, and she's saying if I found favor. Giving him an opportunity to say, hey, no, I don't like you, Esther. And then she can be like, okay, no problem, back off, you know. So she's kind of giving him some rope. Hey, if I found favor, if it pleases the king. And obviously, I guess his reaction must have been nodding his head because she kept rolling with her plan, which was, well, if you do this for me, then, you know, I will do something for you. So it sounds to me like she's waiting to see his actions. You know, if you come to my banquet tomorrow, you know, the next day, you know, then that will show her that he's following through, he's doing the actions, his words are matching his actions. Then she's going to lower the boom, because through his actions, she's going to know that he truly loves her. He truly wants her. He likes her. You know, he wants to be with her. His actions are matching the words. Very, very, very important. And like I said, as a supermodel that divorced this particular athlete, not going to say his name, it was all boiled down to the fact that his words did not match the actions. And they were worth millions. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't even matter. Like the king here, I'll give you half of the kingdom. You know, money becomes irrelevant when it becomes matters of the heart, because you can't put a price on love. Okay, so that's my take right there. I love it. She says nice things and positive things, and then she rolls out a deal. If you do this for me, I'll do this for you. Boom, boom. It's actually a lot of equality there. King and queen, very equally matched. You know, and I think that's really what a lot of people want. You know, the yin and the yang, equally matched. You know, different skills, opposites attract, but they come together to be equal, to be one. All right. Well, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. And like I said, this will stop the Esther part till January for the new year. So if I do make some videos, which I'm hoping I will, I plan on being in town, but hopefully won't be sick like I had when I was on vacation. Barring anything like that, I'll probably just do an Advent theme, just something positive, because I know everyone's going to be gone and probably not watching anyway. So anyway, I hope you guys, if I don't see you till then, till January, please keep Esther in mind. Remember, when I come back, it'll be about Haman and how happy he feels. He's going to be doing a little happy dance, and you're going to see why. This is really funny. And when I led the Esther class one time, one of my students says it's from that song, Get Happy, you know, so think like that. All right, have a great, very great Christmas, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. All right, thanks so much for watching. All right, take care. All right, bye-bye.